Hi everybody, this is Peter. As I was talking about earlier about my business plan and my policy, I have found my business plan and I have found my old policy from 17th of March to the 18th of March. But as I said, it's an ongoing policy. Right, if you're watching me on Facebook and you want to check my YouTube channel, please type in Peter H-A-W Kilner. And if you're watching on YouTube and want to learn more from my Facebook about me, please type in Peter Alan Wayne Kilner. Alan with 2 L's, not 1. Now, as I said, hopefully this is going to work because I did try recording just now to try and show my business plan, which was improved by the new enterprise scheme in 2016. Now, of course, it's got a business plan, business name, date, and things like that on it. Now, let me just show you, see if it'll work. But I'll know soon. Here we go. Can you read that? Just to prove that this is real and I haven't. See, as soon as I do that, oh, it's still recording. Cool. Okay. So this is my business plan. Let me just proof this. It just tells you, here we go, your business and you, the business, about you, the projects and service, the market, the setup and costs. So here we are. So as here we are. Now what I'm going to try and do, because this looks well, let's see if we can. Here we are. Is that better? Hopefully this is better. Here you go. Kilner Enterprise. Peter Kilner. Business location and postcode. This was Toowoomba Barrow Council. Your address and postcode, which was 26 Newton Road, Taunton, TA12XG, but now it would be 81 Heathfield Drive. But this is just to show you that I've got a business plan, what was proven. That's my old telephone number, you don't need to know that. Now this email address is an old one, you can't use this email address anymore. Business starting date, July 2016. Now this is what I told you about, www.facebook.com Kilner Enterprise. I've shown you that. The business, Describe what the business is all about, the company's future. Summary of the business. Give overall what the business will operate from home, make collectible and other toys available, choice of ability of internet, customer's choice, and so you can see here the business. Maybe I need to go back down a bit. Here we are. So let's go back up and see what I was trying to say here. Right. The business will operate from home, selling from pop-up street locations and door to door. The idea is to make collectible and other toys available to people who may not use eBay or similar auction sites through choice or availability of internet, computer, or suitable bank accounts such as PayPal. The business will give customers choice, and the main goal is to give excellent customer service and value for money. The business will also offer sports items such as football shirts and memorabilia. There will be some limited online sales, particularly for collectors. There is a Facebook page which is used to promote the business and also sell items. There is a growing trend for vintage and nautical items. This is supported by the growth in vintage shops, items selling on eBay, and the resources of old comic characters, film, and even sweets and toys. The business will be attractive to this market. I have completed extreme research in this area and have good knowledge of how much items will sell in various conditions and which ones are best sellers. I believe that toys should be played with. So some toys that are, for example, without original boxes will be sold at a more affordable prices so they can fulfill their purpose as playing things. Test trading has demonstrated a real interest in sports shirts items. I will also sell Kilner Enterprise t-shirts and hats, creating a brand. So as you see that, let me just put camera back up here a minute. Hopefully it's just so as you can see, oops, I don't know what's wrong with this camera today, but it's still playing up a bit. So as you can see, there, as I was talking in my business plan, that I have been doing research, and this is where the hall first was introduced, where we tried it in the hall, and we found it quite difficult with other things what was going on in the hall, because it was mainly for people having parties and children games and things like that. They didn't really want us there, basically, and it was hard getting people to come in and buy from us. But what we learned, because this was only the first step, is there was a few shops from the hall in Fitzwarren, and what we did, we made posters and we spoke to people, and also some people did come in the hall, and we did sell, I think, about 8 or 10 items, I think, especially like talking masks, things like that. So it was really I could start on to learn how to advertise the business. Also at this time I was with someone called Anne, and this was like Opportunity Plus, where you go in and you talk about the business, and she helped me to write the business plan before I went on to the new enterprise scheme. And it was sort of helpful in some place, but when you were looking, you didn't get much money, so you couldn't use the money really to look for a place to sell your items. And we never got distributed with, like, sometimes we were just out and talking about the business with people. And at this particular time, if you know Iceland, as you've got this archway you go in, and it used to be called Little Monsters, and I was a good customer in there, and I brought a lot of figures from this lady, which I sold at boot fairs and in Lane Estate, and people coming to my house to buy, of course. So I spoke to her about my business, pardon me, and she thought it was a really good idea. And I didn't just spoke to her, I spoke to taxi drivers and other people who bought off me, of course. So this is where I used the good knowledge of talking to people and seeing what sort of things they would buy. So you can see I've spoken to Anne about that, and she put my business plan in a very good way. And of course, I've showed you the old Kilner Enterprise Facebook, and we had a lot of people interested on Facebook. So there you go. That's what that is. Now I've forgotten about where I was talking about Spoots items, and then Kilner Enterprise t-shirts, and I did have a Kilner Enterprise cap. Similar, it was like a white cap, and it had like a little tape recorder thing, and then it had Kilner Enterprise and our old website. I don't know what happened to that, but this is something else. I think we will truly get back into, because we could sell caps with Kilner Enterprise and t-shirts for a good price, and especially for if we can do the toy museum, and people will know where we're from then. So that is really cool. And when toys first came out, everyone knew children would play with them and then not play with them. So, pardon me. So, as some people might have kept their toys, but they might have lost boxes or weapons. So, I know that you can get these toys without weapons, and I know that you can buy weapons for these toys, but nowadays they're asking for quite a bit of money for some of these. So you can see where if you sold a toy, and you have to put a bit more money up if you have to buy weapons for them. So it's always good to look around for any kind of weapons or empty boxes, but do not pay a ridiculous price for them. Keep checking until you find the right price for you. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so Now, also, like Star Wars came out at Christmas. Well, on the business plan, it says there is a growing trend for vintage and novelty items. This is quoted the growth in vintage shops, items selling on eBay, the risks of old comic characters, film, and even sweets and toys. The business will be active to this market. I have completed an exercise research in this area and have good knowledge of how much item will sell for. In that, for example, without wooden boxes, we will be sold at a more affordable price. This is what I was just talking about. And then, as I said, testing this trade, which I did. And then, like, if there was a new film on or new toy coming out in Christmas, we were thinking of getting the outfits and dressing up in those outfits, okay? So, then it says, what is the business vision? Where will the business be in 3 and 5 years? The plan in year 1 is to create a customer base and gain a reputation so that, the wire's in the way here. Collectors can ask for a particular toy and I will find it for them. This will be supported with a website and a local advertising. I also hope to have a reputation local for good customer service and fair prices. Financially, the business should cover all of its expenses and make enough money to cover my personal financial requirements. So this is year 1 up to maybe year 2, and this was the time when things went wrong for me. That I was on at first. Let's think. There was another not income support, but this disability one. Then from there, I was put on to job allowance, and then of course Universal Credit came out, and it totally mucked everything up, and other things were going on as well. But in mind that I was still doing selling at the shop or near the bus stop. So I was still testing my theory, and as I said, I was still doing car boot sales. So year 1 and year 2 is where you're trying to get yourself noticed. You're trying to find the niche for the right customer. Now, during this time, we were finding that many people were actually looking for a lot of vintage things, like the A-Team, He-Man, the Cars, and Xbox 360 games. So they were coming quite a big hit with us. And also, must mention that we were also selling up-to-date makeup, new and second-hand bags, and shampoos. We had some records, CDs, As I said, we tried it with DVDs, but there's just no point of doing DVDs, and that's what we decided to keep away from. But we're still looking at where now, from this time after the virus, how we can truly turn around Kilner Enterprise, and we came up with quite a few things, and some of them I've put in here, which is very cool. So between year 3 and year 5, the business should be easily investing its cost and making a small profit. Business reputation should be good, so that online customers are natural and continue to grow, leading to an increase in or line of sales. So that's between year 4 and year 5. Okay. So this is what we were sort of looking at. So by year 5, the business should be getting regular profits enough to if we had like somewhere to sell, like a small shop or premise, the amount of, and I've actually added up the quite a few boot fairs we've done, and excuse me a minute, and the amount we were making each bank holiday. Now, we don't know why these people were coming to our store, but we were very friendly to them, and we really, they were very pleased to see what we were selling, and I think we were one of those who were really doing a very good business trade at these boot fairs, because every boot fair we were nearly coming home with like £300, and all we already had money in a jar because we saved up coins and things like that. So we had money for the taxi when we had to pay the taxi, to pay for our table. So we had that money, and we covered it all. And there was times we thought, no one's going to buy from us, or this won't go and that won't go. And surprisingly, the items we thought weren't going to go did go. So we know that this if we had a proper place to do this kind of business, it will work. And I just want to put that out on this video, that So let's get back to this. The business plan. So 5 years. So as I was saying, that you should have made so much profit to pay for wherever you are, and so here it says Kilner Enterprise offers customers affordable items which evoke memories. The owner's knowledge and passion for the projects will be completed by the highest level of customers benefit from and enjoy a bespoke shopping experience. For the collector, there will be an opportunity to request specific items which the owner will try to source, and there will be plenty of low prices projects which would not be so collectible due to not having ordinary boxes, etc., but would be affordable for children and adults simply enjoying a remember of their youth. And this is what Kilno Enterprise wants to set up. So, and then 3.4. How will this business be strived? The business will be strived by myself and my wife April. There are very low overheads. In year 5, it is not expected that the shop will employ staff and the premise will close for holidays rather than require cover. A few local shops are currently empty. Now this is one point I've brought up, especially on one of my videos, and I can't think how long ago, that how many shops in Taunton, there's been loads of empty shops and not many people doing markets. And as I was saying, also with boot fairs are only being on a Sunday, and then those who can't do it on a Sunday will have to wait until bank holiday. Now, living far from the town where these toy shops are, or vintage clothes shops. Now we do live quite far from the town. We would have to get the bus into town, and like this lockdown, we've only got a co-op where we are. This lockdown, you can't go to many places, and it's proven my point. If we had these sort of halls, which people hardly use to come on board, we could, where we've learned lessons, be able to do something like this. So there's something here for people to learn about, okay? Okay, let's get back to this. A few local shops are currently empty as large out-of-town developments take people away from town. A few local shops are currently empty. Oh, I've read that, sorry. Away from town centres. But there is tend towards old-fashioned small businesses. In the past, door-to-door salesmen were common. In many families, all adults work, so this would possibly mean working evenings and weekends. My items will be neat, but I have spent time acquiring stock and doing some low-key trading as a hobby, so I feel I know the market. Now, I've just proven this as I've been talking about my business, okay? There will be seasonal vacations, for example, quiet during January when people generally have less money because they spend over Christmas, as we know, so they're not going to spend a great deal in January unless you have good January sales. Now, on the vintage side of things, collectors probably will. So, bearing that in mind. Raising prices in postage may increase cost of items for me to buy. Any problems with Wi-Fi could be an issue, as I will be buying products in line, but I will also have Wi-Fi on my business phone. So here it goes again. I mean, we know sometimes that shops have, because everything's done by Wi-Fi, if their Wi-Fi goes down, it is a total nightmare. It really is. And say if you're at home, you're trying to order something, but all the internet's done, it's going to be a nightmare, and it can happen. So it's always good to have a face-to-face business as well. because I feel without a face-to-face business, and this happens, well, you're going to have a lot of disappointed people. So I'll do this video is a bit longer than it's about 30 minutes 20, but you see my point, and I will be covering more of my business plan in videos, of course. So I just wanted you to see that I do have a business plan where I want Kilner's Enterprise to be, and April and I have a very good relationship. We've worked good as a team, so we know how to improve the business, and even though it's me who does the paperwork and the ideas flow, but April does the female side of things. So, but I will do the vintage toy side of things, you know, for female children or whoever. So I just wanted to show people that I haven't made any of this up, that this has been an idea for so many years, so it's not just happened, and so there you go. It's an ongoing thing, and I feel it's in my blood. So, and if you think what I've told you about before, where I've stated I have done small businesses, probably without realizing, I mean, washing cars, washing vans, selling games door to door, doing raffles door to door, also doing betterware, which was door to door. So I have had experiences in this side of retail. So I hope you've learned a bit more about me and who I am, and more of Kilner Enterprise. That I have gave a bit of an example of to the business April and I want to run. And if there's anyone who wants to become a partner, who can drive, because April and I can't, medical reasons for me, then please get in touch with me. Okay, you have my Facebook, you have my YouTube, so, and if you want to leave any comments to this video, please do. Remember, if you're on Facebook, thumbs up and leave a comment. If you're using YouTube, please subscribe, and there will be many more videos. PK out.